Hello, everyone. I'm Rachel Kim. Here's a look at your top stories. We are tracking strong winds this afternoon. Taking a look. Alex Piston for your next weather. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Rachel. Good afternoon. You know what? That system that brought us the rain and the snow, it is now moving off to the east. We are under a mostly clear sky, but it is windy. It is cool this afternoon, and the winds will stick with us at least as we head through the weekend, actually increasing too as we head towards Saturday and Sunday. Let's take a look at what we are feeling right now as you take a step outside. It is blustery from Santa Clarita to Burbank, Simi Valley, all the way out to the Malibu coastline and out toward LAX as we are seeing those winds coming out of the north. San Bernardino being impacted as well, with those winds gusting to about 27 miles per hour. So I want to show you this. We just updated this. This is a wind gust map over the last 24 hours. Sycamore Canyon, this is up in the Ventura County mountains, a gust of 88 miles per hour. Up in Montecito Hills, 65-mile-an-hour winds. Castaic Lake, 51-mile-an-hour winds. Oxnard coming in at 38 and 34-mile-an-hour winds for Lake Arrowhead. So yes, blustery. We still have the wind advisory that is with us until 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then once we head into this weekend, we have a high wind warning that will kick into gear. So wind is going to be a concern, not just through early tomorrow, but really as we head into this weekend too. Why? Well, we have another system, a weaker system that will pull through late Saturday into Sunday. So with that, we do have a chance for light rain showers and snow showers up into our mountain communities. Snow levels will be dropping, and of course winds will increase as we head into this weekend too. So let's walk you through the next few days as we will see dry conditions set up on Saturday. It's by late Saturday night and really more into Sunday that we see that chance for light rain developing. Any rain that we do see, it's about, again, light. And as far as totals, we could see up to a quarter of an inch of rain. Snow levels will drop down to as low as around 3,000 feet. Temperatures are going to cool off, and then by Monday it looks like that system rolls out of here. So for tomorrow, temperatures in the mid-60s across downtown Los Angeles, 40s in areas like Wrightwood and Big Bear, low 70s in Palm Springs, mid-60s in San Bernardino, and upper 50s in Palmdale and into Lancaster. I want to show you the 7-day forecast here. Temperatures as we head into Friday. Tomorrow will be in the mid-60s. We'll see sunshine. It will be blustery. And then a slight chance we could see showers develop. That's going to be late Saturday, but really more into early Sunday. But what you will notice this weekend is temperatures will be dropping, especially by Sunday, to the low 60s. Cool temperatures will stick around as we head into early Monday. The sunshine, temperatures below average in the low 60s. That is your next weather forecast. Rachel, we'll send it back to you.
Alex, thank you so much. Developing news in Iowa this afternoon. A 6th grader is dead and 5 others wounded after a teenager opened fire at a high school. The attack happened this morning at Perry High School, about 40 miles from Des Moines. Students were returning to class for the first time since winter break. The shooter died from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators are looking into social media posts the shooter made in and around the time of the shooting to determine a motive.
The shooter has been identified as 17-year-old Dylan Butler, a student at Perry High School. Butler was armed with a pump-action shotgun and a small-caliber handgun.
This community has been through tough times before and have rallied together. I'm sure this time will be no different.
And the FBI is helping with this investigation. At least 20 people were hurt after a New York City subway train crashed into the back of another train. It happened at the 96th Street station. Officials say the collision was at a low rate of speed, but one car train did derail. That derailment caused major disruptions for commuters. The cause of the incident is under investigation. It's a battle of the coasts. New York City's mayor is calling out L.A. when it comes to handling the homeless crisis. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Veal explains.
Homelessness, that's the talker today, coast to coast. It's East Coast versus West Coast, and I'm here in downtown LA, and on nearly every sidewalk and street corner you can find these homeless encampments. Now, LA has had this homelessness crisis going, as does New York. I mean, these cities account for 40% of the unhoused population in the country. But New York's mayor, Eric Adams, just called out LA for being much, much worse and bragged about how he He has dramatically reduced the number of people living on the streets, and he said this during a news conference. Take a listen.
This is another city in America. This is another city in America. This is what I saw when I was driving around the city January 1st, 2022. This is an example of another city in America. This is what you threw up your hands. Fires burning on the street, children out here. There are no toilets.
Homelessness has been one of Adams's major touchstones since taking office. Same with Mayor Karen Bass on her first day in office. She declared a state of emergency to confront the homelessness crisis. In December, she announced that more than 21,000 Angelenos have come inside since December of 2022. She also says her office spent more than $60 million from the Department of Housing and Urban Development to provide housing and supportive services to those who are homeless. But numbers last year show that there are more than 30,000 of these unsheltered people living on the streets in the city, compared to a little over 4,000 in New York City. We are talking to homeless advocates about why this is the case, why such a large difference in those numbers. We are also talking to those who are living here on the streets, who are unsheltered. I just spoke to one woman named Daisy. She came here to LA back in February. She has been living on the street. She can't find housing in LA. She says it's been very tough to do. She said she was homeless also in New York, and she would rather be there because she believes she can find housing and those supportive services much quicker in New York than LA. We also are waiting to hear more from the mayor's office. We're right outside City Hall right now, so all of that coming up on KCAL News.
Yes, thank you so much. The owner of a Tarzana eyewear store targeted by would-be thieves is speaking out. He says his business, Optical Universe on Ventura Boulevard, has been robbed and vandalized twice in just 5 weeks. During Saturday's attack, he says the suspect sprayed his face with bear spray.
Needless to say, it's the most painful, uncomfortable few hours of my life that I had. I couldn't see for over an hour until I washed my eyes with milk. FYI, everybody should know that. Whole milk helps the burning sensation. They didn't take a single frame because I kept going at them and they ran away.
The owner says the first time his store was hit, robbers stole $12,000 worth of items. So far, no arrests have been made in this case. Pet owner fears about a canine respiratory disease is impacting employee hours at a local center. KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely has a preview of her story.
You can see all the dogs behind me here at the Bone Adventure playing with their friends. This is a daycare and boarding facility in Costa Mesa. And I'm here today because the owner has shared with me that she's having to cut hours of her staff because of the fears that some pet owners have about bringing their dogs to places like this. What she says is this started right after Thanksgiving, and the holiday, the Christmas holiday, has been a good one as far as customers are concerned because people, of course, went away. But she says that they are down about 25 to 35%. And what she's been hearing from these owners is that they've seen in the media, on social media, reports on this canine respiratory disease, and they're afraid to bring their dogs in, whether it be for grooming or daycare or boarding. I also went and visited a local vet, and he says that there are a lot of false alarms here. His numbers don't show this at all. He says that he has had no deaths. He's had a couple of illnesses, and when he looks at the numbers, he says he does not see an increase in illness. So we're going to bring that to you on KCAL News. We've got tons of great shots of all these dogs, even swimming dogs here. They have a swim club, and we'll share with you the concerns that they have here.
Thank you so much. One of the last remaining stars of cinema's golden age, Glynis Johns, has died.
From every corner of the land, womankind arise! Political equality and equal rights with men.
Johns played suffragette Mrs. Banks in the 1964 Mary Poppins movie. She also appeared in nearly 60 films in her 8-decade career, earning Oscar and Golden Globe nominations. She won a Tony for her role in A Little Night Music in 1973. Her manager says she died from natural causes at an assisted living home in Los Angeles today. Glynis Johns was 100 years old. Hollywood's awards season is almost here. We are counting down to the Golden Globes this weekend. KCAL News entertainment reporter Suzanne Marques has a look at the preparations.
Guys, I am pitching myself. I am sitting at one of the tables inside the International Ballroom right next to the stage. Now, I can't show you the stage, but I can show you behind the scenes. And this is a very glittery ballroom that is decked out. You can only guess the stage is even more gorgeous. But look at this setup. It is done up to the nines, and we are going to show you the red carpet right now. Joe Coy rolling it out in a very beautiful ceremony this morning. It was a little windy. It was a little chilly, but that's okay because they got it done. And then we came inside here to see all of the gorgeous setup they have. Chef Nobu Matsuhisa, who owns more than 50 restaurants around the world, is the chef of honor who is bringing all of his signature dishes that night. He's going to have lots of sushi, which is very different from your traditional award show, but this year is different. All new membership. Well, we still have nominees that you're very familiar with, but it is 300 members who voted this year instead of the trauma of the past where they had controversy. There were accusations of bribes. That is all behind them. The Golden Globes are new, owned by a totally different production company, Dick Clark Productions, and all of the stars will be out here, like Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, everybody from Killers of the Flower Moon. And you can see the cast of The Color Purple here as well. We're going to have so much more. Don't forget Golden Globes night this Sunday, January 7th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. I'm Suzanne Marques. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Suze, thank you so much. And you just saw him rolling out that red carpet. Comedian Joe Coy is this year's Golden Globes host, and he spoke with our Suzanne Marques.
I'm taking this all in, and I'm enjoying the moment, and I think January 8th is when I'm gonna like decompress and be like, what just happened? Did that just happen? And I'm glad it happened. I'm excited. This is gonna be an amazing night.
It certainly will be, and stay with CBS News Los Angeles for all your Golden Globe coverage. Just before the ceremony Sunday night from 4 to 5, Suzanne will be on the red carpet with live celebrity interviews. This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back live at 4 right here on CBS News Los Angeles.